All right, so we got the notes for adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. So polynomials, anything just written powers of x. So quadratics are examples. Addition and subtraction of polynomials is performed using the commutative associative property. So it's just a fancy way of saying combining like terms. And then multiplication polynomials is done with the distributive property. Now, when you have two binomials, so that's something with two terms in it, you are foiling. But foiling only works for binomial times binomial. So, there are examples. So addition or subtraction. So in the case of addition, the parentheses are actually unimportant. They don't do anything. So to combine like terms, that's negative 10x squared minus 9x minus 2. So for this one, negative 4x squared plus 4x plus negative 6x minus, x squared minus 8. So like terms, negative 10x squared plus 4x minus 8. Now subtraction is a little bit different. The first set of parentheses we can just drop, no problem. But for the second set, this negative sign has to distribute. So minus 3x squared minus x. So negative 8x squared plus 4x minus 5. And our last one, first set of parentheses, we can just drop. For the second set, we have to distribute the negative. So negative 9 is positive 9, negative 10 is positive 10x. So like terms would be 15x squared plus 12x. And those would be our solutions. Okay, so for multiplication, so binomials is foiling. So first outside, inside, last. So let's see here. So firsts would be 2x times 2x. So that'd be 4x squared. Outsides 2x times 3, 6x. Insides 10 times 2x, 20x, and lasts 30. And then combine our like terms. So for number 6, firsts would be 2x squared, outsides would be 2x, insides would also be 2x, and last would be 2. So 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. So x by 3x, 3x squared, x by negative 8, negative x. That's going to be negative 9x plus 24. So 3x squared minus 17x plus 24 after we do our like terms. And our last one here, 2x squared plus 8x plus 12x plus 48. So 2x squared plus 20x plus 48. So polynomials is still distributive property. So FOIL is just a way to remember the order to distribute. But if you notice the pattern, we take the first thing in the first set of parentheses and distribute it into the back set. And then we move to the second thing, distribute it into the back set. The same procedure happens when we're just doing regular polynomials. So 3x times x squared would be 3x cubed. 3x times 6x, 18x squared. 3x times 3, 9x. Negative 4 times x squared, negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 6x, negative 24x. And lastly, negative 12. So the first thing in the first set of parentheses just multiplies with everybody in the back, and then we just move down the list. And then we do our like terms. So that's the only x cubed term. X squared terms would be 14 total. Regular x's, negative 15, 9 minus 24, and then numbers, negative 12. Okay, so number 10. So I'm going to write this answer a little bit differently because it helps me keep the thing organized. So that's going to be negative x cubed, positive 4x squared, positive 6x. So now when I do the next row, I'm actually just going to kind of organize my like terms already. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared, and put it underneath the other x squared term, so I don't have to hunt through a big list to find things. So that's going to be negative 12x underneath the other x I already have, and then negative 18. So then when I do my like terms, they're kind of already sorted, and I can just combine them all without having to hunt around. So for this one, that's going to be 2x cubed minus 10x squared minus 9x. Positive 2x squared minus 10x minus 9. So combining the like terms would give me that. Now, so same trick works for a 3 by 3. First with first, so that's negative 3x to the 4th. Negative x squared with negative 4x, positive 4x cubed, minus x squared. So the negative 4x would go. So that's going to be negative 12x cubed underneath the other x cubed. Positive 16x squared underneath the x squared I already have, minus 4x. So then negative 3x squared, positive 4x, minus 1. So like terms, negative 3x to the 4th minus 8x cubed. That's going to be positive 12x squared. The x's go away, so just negative 1. So 13, same thing. So 3x squared with 3x squared is 9x to the 4th. 3x squared with negative 2x, negative 6x cubed. 3x squared times negative 3, negative 9x. 2x with 3x squared, 6x cubed. 2x with negative 2x, negative 4x squared. 2x with negative 3, negative 6x. 2 with 3x squared, 6x squared. 2 with negative 2x, negative 4x. 2 with negative 3, negative 6. So 9x to the 4th, the x cubes go away. Now that's negative 13 plus 6, so that'd be 7x squared, negative 10x minus 6. Now in the case like this where I have 4 binomials, I actually have to pair them off first. So I'm going to do these two together, and then those two together, and then do the whole thing together. So this would be 3x squared plus 4x minus 6x minus 8. This would be x squared minus 3x plus 1x minus 3. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup first. We're going to do like terms here to make it a little bit easier. So that's what I would have. So now this one just looks like 13 and 12, so we just work the same way. So we're going to bring it up here a little bit though. So that's going to be 3x to the 4th minus 6x cubed minus 9x squared. So that's the 3x squared with all of those. Negative 2x with all of those. Negative 2x cubed plus 4x squared plus 6x. Negative 8 with all of them. Negative 8x squared plus 16x plus 24. So this would be, let's see here, 3x to the 4th minus 8x cubed. So that's negative 17 plus 4, so negative 13x squared plus 22x plus 24. 15 is another thing. So x minus 1 all to the 4th just means I have 4 copies of x minus 1. So just like before, pair them off. So x squared minus x plus 1. This is going to be the same thing. So x squared minus 2x plus 1. X squared minus 2x plus 1. And then just like before, we now have a 3 by 3. So x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus x squared with all 3. Negative 2x with all of them. Negative 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 2x. 1 with all of them. X squared minus 2x plus 1. So x to the 4th minus 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 1. That'll be my final answer. And that is the end of our section.